To be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. Lead from the back and let others believe they are in front. It always seems impossible until it's done. The key to being happy is to live life as if no one is watching, and express yourself as if everyone is listening. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. If I had my time over, I would do the same again. So would any man who dares call himself a man. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. Everyone can stand on the situation and get success if they are dedicated and passionate about what they do. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. While poverty persists, there is no true freedom. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. It is wise to persuade people to do things and make them think it was their own idea. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It always seems impossible until it's done. Few things make the life of a parent more rewarding and sweet as successful children. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. When a man has done what he considers to be his duty to his people and his country, he can rest in peace. Having a friend whose mind is open will invite you to solve problems from a variety of different perspectives. Use your time as wisely as possible, then rest assured that at all times you are always ready to do right. A good heart and head will produce an extraordinary combination. One of the hardest things is not changing society, but changing ourselves. Winner is a dreamer who never knows the word surrender. Difficulties break some people, but strengthen others. No axe is sharp enough to cut the soul of a sinner who keeps on trying, armed with the hope that he will rise even at the end. When a man is rejected by his desire to live a life according to his heart's belief, there is no choice but to be a villain. I am not a saint, unless you define holiness as a person who is sinful but always tries. May all choices reflect your expectations, not real fears. I am the master of my destiny, as well as the captain of my soul. To be a great generation, there is dependency. You can be a great generation, let your greatness develop. Every time there were many dark times when my human values were greatly tested, but I did not want and could not give in to despair. Because if so, there is defeat and death. Greed and power will turn brothers into opponents of their fellow brothers. The habit of paying attention to small things and valuing small greetings is one of the important signs of a good person. Together we must set out to fix defects in the past. A man who is most honest is when he admits he is lying. Money cannot provide success, freedom can make it happen. Through education, a farmer's child can become a doctor, and the child of a mining worker can become the head of a mine. If there are street children who beg to make ends meet, it is proof of unfinished work. If wealth is likened to a magnet, then poverty is a repellent. However, it is not uncommon for poverty to bring beautiful generosity toward